Coach. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field. There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Mayfield to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep going. We're doing pretty well.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Got some real estate inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Second down, Mayfield. Over the middle here to Brown. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run it with Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Detroit!
They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He'll drop to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Leopard! Leopard!
Now Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, they'll run the chunk. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Over! Gone!
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find the matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Man open left side is Brown. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Detroit!
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now here's Ross. Spinning away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays won't?
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. The toss play to Mixon. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return will stop right around the 25. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And again, it's Chubb. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. On the screen, Bernard. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon, and he gets it down to the 32. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll set up a throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second down, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Dumping it off for Johnson. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. There goes Duke Johnson. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big run there by Johnson. 55 yards. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now Ross to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now the Bengals on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Mayfield to throw it, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Boom, landed!
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And it's a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now attempt carry for Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Gone!
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Gone!
Here's Mayfield. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And the Bengals grab it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Malone. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch him now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A give. This is Cho. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Detroit!
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.
You